Good day, YouTube. It is the 8th of March, 2021. This is my 2004 Superduty Powerstroke truck and my recent purchase Lance camper. It's a 92 Squire 4000, 9.5 foot extended cab over. We are here today at my local tire store. It's kind of under new management, but I've actually bought my first set of tires here over 40 years ago, and most every set since then. So happy to support the new owners and pull my BF Goodrich all-terrain KOs off, which still have a ton of tread on them. Front one's easier to see, but I just checked the date code, and they are 13 years old. They have about 43,000 miles on them, as I recall, but they are not in very good shape. They are weathering bad now, so I feel very unsafe with them. Now it's time to pull them off. They do not make the BF Goodrich KOs anymore. They make the KO2. I understand it is not quite the tire that the original KOs were. My only complaint about these is how much balance it took to balance these tires. Here's the left rear. It's got a couple weights on it. And here's the left front. This gets loaded with weights. And I remember when my tire guy mounted these things, he pulled that tire off and turned it on the wheel many times to try to get it better, and it just never really did. And I still at times get a bounce up around 70 miles an hour. Not that it goes 70 too much, especially now. Look at the tire cracking on that. This truck just typically sits. Again, this camper's a recent purchase. And when we had our last camper, I had a full other set of 19.5s and commercial tires for it. So I never ran a camper on these tires, except for 3 campers ago. But then again, tires were new at that point. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're putting a new set of Coopers on it. We're going from a 285 down to a 265. I just recently kind of felt these tires look a little fat on those wheels, and I thought maybe a straighter sidewall might be a little more stable. So that's my theory. We're running with it. We'll catch you in a little bit when we get tires on it. All right, we got the Cooper Discover AT3s on. We're all aired up and ready to get a first impression of these tires. And they look good. This is we just looked it up just to be sure, but yeah, this is a stock size. This is what is recommended for the truck. So we were a couple sizes bigger on what was on it. And at the time I liked the look, but now I actually like this look better. So let's go take it for a drive. All right, we're taking the new Cooper Discover AT3s on a test drive. I've cruised through town for a little bit. I jumped on the freeway at 65. I'm coming back on a highway right now, 45, 50 miles an hour. They're very smooth. They're probably smoother than what I had before. Going to a smaller size kind of gives me a little bit of like a quicker gear now. Going from a 33-inch tire to these are like a 32-inch tire. It steers a little easier, but again, that's because of the smaller size, not necessarily because I changed the tires. At about 55 to 60 or so, you can just start to hear the tires a little bit on the freeway. At 65, I got a noisy diesel truck. If you listen through the noise of the diesel truck, you can hear the tires. I wouldn't call them noisy. I just say you could hear them. But I could hear the BF Goodrich tires as well. Just a little different tone. Plus they're new. Do I like them? Yeah, so far I really do like them. They feel sturdy, sure-footed, and smooth. I like the fact that I chose a little smaller tire this time. The stock size 265/75/16 is stock for my 2000 Superduty Ford. So all in all, I think a good choice. There's, as many different discussions about tires on the internet, and I was on a truck camper forum asking for advice. Cooper AT3s came up a few times from a few owners, as did some others. I kind of checked them all out, looked at the tires, looked at tread designs. I wanted something fairly aggressive. I needed the mountain and snowflake tire so I don't have to chain this up going over in the snow, and this accommodates that just fine. I feel like they'll do very good in the dirt, the mud, and the snow. Bar as traction, they look good, and they're made in USA. Kind of checked all the boxes for me, so I think I'll be very, very happy with them. So that is my review of the Cooper AT3s. Good luck with your tire choice. There's a million choices out there. I'm sure they're all pretty decent tires anymore. I was a little sad that I couldn't buy the BF Goodrich KOs. I was a little sad to hear about the KO2s not being quite the tire that the KOs were. I had 43,000 miles and 13 years, almost to the day, on the tires that were on here before. Quite honestly, I couldn't get KO2s. I could get it, I have to ship them in. They were literally over $500 more a set. He said mostly due to shipping. They're just in short supply, at least in the 16-inch wheel. I know my uncle just put a set on his Dodge, but I think he's got an 18-inch wheel, and he bought them for roughly the same price as I bought these for. So gang, I appreciate you watching the video. I appreciate the comments. I'll read them and respond to them as appropriate. Give me a thumbs up on the way out the door. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. We'll catch you guys on the next video.